Today we'll be going through an overview of the Cario freight management system. The consignment snapshot here will capture the last 31 days of consignments as well as the last 6 months. We can also customize this to show certain reports and graphs, which will be focused in our analytics section here. The analytics section has reports such as the carbon emissions calculator, consignment analysis, spend, and more. All the data stored within the Cario system can be exported and run through your own reporting tools such as Power BI. To start off with this demonstration, we're going to go through the standard process of creating a new consignment. So with all the fields that are displayed here, we simply need to enter in relevant information such as a pickup and a delivery address. The unique feature of the system is that we're able to pull this data in from other systems such as an ERP, a warehouse management system, or even an e-commerce platform. We're then able to input product information, for example, a pallet, and we were able to adjust the weights, dimensions, or even add dangerous goods or pallet management. Scrolling down, once we've entered in the delivery information as well as the product information, we'll look to quote across the available carriers. So this pallet movement, we have Northline General as the cheapest service, which is shown first. We'll then have the ETA supplied by the carrier's rate card and then a predictive ETA, which is based on all the data within the Cario system. Selecting the carrier will then print off the label and the consignment note automatically as per the Cario printing configuration. Once we've created a consignment, we'll then look to manifest that consignment. So typically at the end of every day, when the trucks arrive from the carriers, we would look to send all that data through to the carrier, like this. If there isn't a pickup scheduled, we are then able to schedule a pickup through the system here. This is useful if you're sending out more freight than typical, and you want to pre-alert the carrier to the amount of freight that you're sending. Moving through, once a consignment has been created, consigned, and manifested, we'll then be looking at the tracking within the system. So in this example, we have the consignment that's been just manifested here, but we'll go back and look at some data within the system, the date range, to see some of the other milestones. So of course, once a consignment has been scanned, it would update along this section here. We'll just pull in a example consignment that has been delivered. So this one here has a proof of delivery linked to it, which will look like this. We can then see all the event scans across the system. So when it's been picked up, scanned into the depot, in transit, on for delivery, and once it's been delivered, of course. We also have access to all the individual item details for that consignment. Moving through, other features of the system would be the reports. So there's 32 reports within the Cario system, ranging from the lowest cost service not selected all the way through to exception reporting, such as the ETA and exception report here, invoice reporting, returns reporting, and customer account level reporting. Next feature to go through will be the invoice reconciliation. So the invoice reconciliation is based on freight recoveries and analyzing any invoices from your transport companies. So every time an invoice is loaded into the system, we'll run the reconciliation to identify any discrepancies or variances to your quoted price to what's been invoiced by the carrier. So looking at this section here, we have line by line each consignment and its charges and discrepancy. We can set a number of rules to ignore certain discrepancies in the low cents or dollars, but in this example here, being a discrepancy of $4.14, we'll look to review it and understand what the reason for the overcharge was. So looking at the consignment, we can see we had quoted at 6 kilos, it was invoiced at 8. So in this instance, we'd be looking to dispute it, raising a credit note, and disputing that with the carrier. An example of a credit note can be obtained here. So just to recap what we've gone through today, we've looked at some of the analytics, the consignment creation process, manifesting, tracking, and invoice reconciliation. Please inquire for a demo if you want to go deeper into the system. Thank you.